Yes, Mekhriban, you had a question.
Mekhriban,
My, yeah.
Yes. Good
please.
afternoon. I'm Mekhriban Jumanazarova. I'm first year master's student at Karakopak State University. I have a question. Is anything being done now to desalinate seawater? If so, how? Like cleaning which?
Desalination is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Desalinization. Okay, there are different. Of course, you could look at desalinization as an issue, a possibility, an option to produce drinking water, which is, for example, what Turkmenistan is doing with water from the Caspian Sea. But salinized water is a serious problem in Central Asia, and I would state that very little is being done about it because, well, the salt comes from the use of water in agriculture, and when the water flows through soil, it picks up salt that gets back in the rivers as you have drainage back into the rivers, which means that the further down you come in the rivers, the more salt they are. And in Karakalpakstan, you have a health problem with this salt. I mean, there are different ways to deal with this. One way is to decrease the use of irrigated water. I don't think this will happen in a short period at least. There are other ways also to make sure that irrigation is efficient and that drainage water is not coming back in the river. But on the other hand, then you get less water flow in the rivers. I would argue that saline water in the rivers is one of the main pollution problems that you have in for example, Karakalpakstan today. And I don't see much being done about it, frankly. But Rustam, maybe you have a more positive outlook.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My phone is ringing. No, actually, yeah, you are right. It's quite controversial. It's question ecology or economy. Yeah, we have to water. Actually, the land is salty, so we have to use a lot of water to plant. But on the other hand, we have to keep our environment. I mean, water. Cleaner, so it's controversial questions.
So that means, Mekhriban, you raised a very important question.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
you young people will need to deal with this and to make sure that you get, in the end, you get good drinking water, because good drinking water is so important for health. Okay,
Also,
more questions or even responses to my questions that I put up on the slide?
I saw someone also raised her hand. Roshanai or some?
Ravshanai, did you
I
want to say
saw.
something?
No?
Firuza?
Please, students, questions or
Responses?
your responses for questions, please.
I have one question.
One more, okay.
Water in Antarctica is suitable for drinking water.
What is, one more time?
Yeah. Please repeat, Mekhriban.
Water water in Antarctica is suitable for drinking water.
Water from Antarctica.
Bring
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Of course, that's a challenging thing. I've seen these things being discussed, that you actually would tow by boat big pieces of ice. You have a problem in Central Asia because you don't have access to the sea. I mean, what has been discussed otherwise is to take some of the water from the big Russian rivers like
yeah.
Ob, Yenisei, Lena, and to construct canals or pipelines down south. But of course, water is there. We can even send you water from Sweden, I think. But the problem is the cost, and probably it's cheapest anyway to try to resolve the problem locally than